it's a big night for Arsenal in the Champions League tonight as they head to Porto in their Champions League last 16 first leg, live on TalkSPORT 2. Boss Mikel Arteta says his side are dreaming of Champions League glory this season.
It would be incredible to have that feeling to lift that cup in London the 1st of June. So it's there, it's in our minds, it's a dream, but it's a lot of things that you have to earn the right to do before that. And tomorrow we have a big obstacle ahead of us, and we are really looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it, going into it in good form as well, having won their last 5 in a row. First time, in 7 years, they're in the Champions League knockout stage. And I think, they've had 7 successive round of 16 eliminations. So they're looking to reach the quarterfinals for the first time since 2009-10. What do you make of Arsenal? Can they win the Champions League this season?
Oh, in my stomach, I've got a feeling they're going to win the league.
The league?
Yeah.
Now, when you say feeling, is that a good feeling?
I said it a while back, and I said it after they played Liverpool. Because like I've said about Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp's gone back to when he first arrived at Liverpool. You know, the midfield players were getting old and tired. He had Salah, Mane and Firmino up front, the best front three that pressed you off the pitch. Started there. Then you've got athletes behind them. Now they've gone. He's got a new midfield and they're listening to him. And he's got them pressing. And I've watched them make West Ham look terrible. They make teams look terrible by just sheer effort, sprinting. Harvey Elliott is an example. Nunez, they just sprint. And they tried to do it to Arsenal, and Arsenal coped. So Arsenal made Liverpool look poor.
So could they do the double then, Arsenal?
I just get the feeling that they're coming with a under the radar, because we're always talking about Liverpool and Man City. But I've just got a feeling that they're gonna sneak it.
But both?
Yeah.
They can win the Champions League and Premier League. There you go.
I mean, if you can win the Premier League, you can win the Champions League.
All right, okay.
I know they're one-off games, and you're going to have a bit of luck on your side, but Arsenal can beat anybody on their day.
Well, David O'Leary will join us later on the show. We'll get his thoughts on that, as well as this, in particular, this tie with Porto, which you'll be able to hear live on TalkSPORT 2. Sam Ellard is back with one of them.
You still here, Sam?
Topics of the day.
Yeah, let's do it for a bit longer. Yeah, some of the lighter stories to bring you guys this morning. Big story here in the Daily Star. We only bring you the biggest stories, don't we, on the TalkSPORT Breakfast Show. Baby, you're the best. Retro sweets are making a comeback with Jelly Babies voted the nation's favourite. A massive 65% said the fruity soft treats were their top choice. This is, of course, in a very, very important poll where thousands of people have had their say. Elsewhere, cola bottles and Werther's Originals were also in the top 5. I know. 2/3 of Brits preferred the old classics to more modern varieties, and 1/3 of those polled admitted they loved eating sweets as it took them back to their childhood. So putting you both on the spot this morning.
On the spot
this morning.
Yeah.
Favourite sweet, Natalie Sawyer? Do you know what comes to mind?
My favourite sweet is anything licorice. But I do like, you know, them blackcurrant boiled sweets with licorice in the middle.
I don't.
It sounds like the most
is.
disgusting sweet ever.
I like licorice.
No, I can't stand it.
Really? Of all the nice sweets in the world, you're going licorice?
Wine gums. By the way, you know, if you walked in a Premier League dressing room now, you wouldn't believe it. It's like a sweet shop. They have a
sweets
table.
everywhere?
They have a table full of sweets. You know them little eggs? The fried eggs that are sweets?
Yes.
Them cola bottles?
Yes.
Oh, honestly, you won't believe
Like a
it.
tuck shop.
Like a tuck shop. I say to the sports scientist, are you sure these players should be in this? Yeah, definitely.
Sweets are fine.
Before games.
There we go.
You keep
Munching on
going
some
back
sweets.
to the trough. Yeah.
Public's top 5, Jelly Babies, fruit pastels, wine gums, cola bottles, Werther's Originals. My favourite just misses out in the top 5. Skittles are my favourite. They're in 6th place.
Skittles, I don't mind a bit of Skittles. Cola bottles probably what I
Do you not find if you eat one wine gum, you've got to eat about 8?
They're addictive, aren't they? You can't just have
isn't
one.
that most sweets?
It's a bit like Pringles, though, isn't it? You can't have one Pringle and just leave it.
Once you pop, you can't stop. You know the saying with Pringles.
There we go, exactly.
You didn't know that
I
saying,
had
did you?
no idea. What was it? Pop, you can't...
Once you pop, you can't stop. That was the Pringles.
Was that the advert?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know what that was. One more lighter story for you. Again, this comes in the Star this morning. Queue jumpers top a list of people who annoy us the most, new data shows. More than 2/3 of Brits, 68%, are wound up by cheeky pests who cut in front of them at shops, bars and restaurants. Folk who chip in with unwanted advice and opinions on social media, they are the second biggest irritation with 63%. And those who cannot make a proper tea come in at third place on 45%. The first one that came to my mind, things that really annoy me at the moment, tubes. Etiquette on public transport from
I
people.
thought you were talking about Pringles tubes.
No,
again.
no, very good. An actual tube, Dino. What is so hard for people to understand? That when I'm on the tube and I'm about to get off the tube, let me get off the tube before you get on the tube. I cannot believe how many people get on the tube before they let you off the tube. It's just brainless.
Is it panic? Because people get underground.
No,
on the
people
underground,
just
they
don't
panic. I've
know.
got to get
I
on.
don't know.
People have
Train's
lost
not
the
gonna-
etiquette, haven't they?
Yeah, I
when it
think
comes
people are
to
just
that?
rude.
Do you know
I
what
do
annoys
remember
me?
that as
I've got a
well.
list of
Having-
things that annoy me.
Go on, Dino. Give us some.
Getting ripped off.
Yeah.
Constantly getting ripped off. Trying to drive my car from Bath to the middle of London. And along the way, they get you. They get you in the petrol station, overcharge you.
Yeah.
ULEZ, congestion
Don't get
charge.
started on you. My mum's all
39
over that.
quid to park your car
Yeah.
overnight.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Before you know it, you spend 200 quid just driving into London and back.
I hear you. The thing that annoys me the most at the moment is people who use their phones on public transport without headphones.
Oh, that's ridiculous, isn't it?
Why?
I know.
I don't need to hear
ignorant you-
your
and-
music
and-
or your ridiculous YouTube,
I
whatever
know.
you're watching. I don't need that.
And
thanks.
normally the music they're playing is a load of absolute rubbish.
What about getting on the tube without putting deodorant on?
All right,
And somebody
I feel like
sardines
this
you
list
in?
could go on and on.
Anything
Now we're on a roll
tube-related.
here.
Just it's tube related. It is absolutely crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, etiquette. That's what it is.
The public transport etiquette,
I'm
basically.
with
We'll
you,
narrow it
Sam.
down to that, Dino.
I'm with you, Sam.
TalkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the TalkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. TalkSPORT.